What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Heaven 17. We're going back to the 1981 album Penthouse and Pavement. And the next tune is Soul Warfare. It's a phrase similar to spiritual warfare. It speaks to a battle for souls, often depicted as being between, forces of absolute good and evil. It therefore has this, heavy religious sort of overtone to it. I do wonder if the use of the word soul will speak again to perhaps the sonic flavoring of soul music, which is, one of the flavors we've definitely heard so far in the album, much to my initial surprise, though people have helped explain that it's almost like the groups went in opposite ways that people might have expected, with Heaven 17 incorporating more natural instruments and funk and soul, whereas Human League really leaned into the electronic sounding synth. Ultimately I would not be surprised if this has a soul feel to it. Warfare, I'm not sure how to take that and in what context that may play into the themes, but obviously it sounds combative and at least metaphorically violent, so let's find out what it actually is. This is Heaven 17, the tune is Soul Warfare, and it's from the 1981 album Penthouse and Pavement.
If I was somewhere else, would your conscience be straying? Soul warfare.
Look at the troublemakers.
Soul warfare. It's all that I can do to put my faith in you. It's all that I can give. It's all that there can be.
This is a bit musical theater.
It's all that I can take. 15 days awake. It's more than I can hide. My needs can't be denied. A million miles or more can keep me from your door. There is no place to run until the fighting's done. No bloodshed every day. The soul was here to stay. If I want something more, it could be you who'll be playing. As this is my soul war, these are the rules we'll be playing.
I do like that. Like, ripples outward.
Soul warfare. It's not for you to say which district I'll be destroying. You could never know the tactics I'll be employing.
We are leaning into the strategy, battle,
Soul warfare.
phrasing.
Soul warfare.
The funk level.
You could be part of me, forget the world you're forsaking. Your strategy is clear, my soul is there for the taking.
the way that
All that I can give, be a fugitive.
when that section
All that
starts.
there can be, not wanting to be free. It's all that I can take. 15 days awake. It's more than I can hide. My needs can't be denied. A million miles or more that keep me from your door.
That's a tough ride, 15 nights
Until the
away.
fighting's done, bloodshed every day. So was here to stay. It's all that I can do. I put my faith in you. It's all that I can give. Be a fugitive. It's all that there can be. Not wanting to be free. It's all that I can take. 15 days away. It's more than I can hide. My needs can't be denied. A million miles or more. Keep me from your door. There's no place to run. Till the fighting's done. Bloodshed every day. So was here to stay.
You. Like, someone pulled the plug. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it's about, but it really does sound like it's playing into this, the fight for people's souls, and it sounds almost like a personal battle, like a spiritual battleship, 1v1 attempt, and the idea that, I know what your strategy is and my soul is there for the taking. It suggests the vulnerability, so yeah, curious to hear if anyone has any insights on this one. Thematically, sonically, it was more funk than soul, but it definitely had a bit of a soul vibe. But again, the funk, the bass groove, some of the vocals, especially in that separate section where it would go into the rapid fire vocals, which is interesting. Right when it would start, I really enjoyed the sound of it. Both times it came around, by the end of the section, it felt like it was getting a bit, I think maybe the monotone or the repetitious quality to it was part of the point, but in both iterations of that, by the end of that section, I was sort of like, okay, like switch back to the other section. So yeah, it's interesting how like the same sonic, see, what are you doing over there? But the same sonic atmosphere in one moment sounded like perfect, exactly what the track needed. And then a few moments later, it was still good, but it was sort of like, okay, this has run its course, let's move back into the other sections. So either way, I continue to be impressed by, although less surprised by now, the real soul, funk 70s sort of flavor to some of the sonics and instrumentation on this one. So yeah, cool track, and it wasn't without electronic sounds. Like right at the end, it had that electronic style, someone pulled the plug quality to it, which I enjoyed. But again, going into this album, I didn't quite realize what a natural feel it would have, but that's definitely the main overall atmosphere. So in any case, let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.